Apple has been blamed after a bogus app stole a man's life savings in Bitcoin. Last month, Felipe Christodoulou wanted to check his Bitcoin balance, so he went to the App Store on his iPhone and searched for Trezor, the maker of a small hardware device he uses to store his cryptocurrency. The company's padlock logo appeared against a bright green background. The app received nearly 5 stars. He downloaded it and entered his information. In less than a second, nearly all of his life savings, 17.1 Bitcoin valued at $600,000 at the time, were gone. The app was a forgery, intended to fool users into thinking it was a legitimate app. But Christodoulou is more upset with Apple than with the thieves. He claims Apple marketed the App Store as a safe and trusted place where each app is reviewed before it is accepted. Christodoulou, a former Apple customer, stated that he no longer admires the company. "They betrayed my trust in them," he said in an interview. "Apple does not deserve to be able to get away with this." Apple bills its App Store as the world's most trusted marketplace for apps, with each submission scanned and reviewed to ensure it is safe, secure, useful, and unique. However, experts say it's simple for scammers to get around Apple's rules. By submitting seemingly innocuous apps for approval, criminal app developers can circumvent Apple's rules. Once in the store, scammers can simply transform the apps into what amount to phishing apps that trick people into giving up their information, until Apple discovers and removes the app. Scams involving cryptocurrency are also common on Google's Android and the Internet. However, their presence on the Apple App Store is more surprising, as Apple claims to curate the store and check each app, resulting in high levels of consumer trust. According to the company, the 15 to 30% commission Apple receives on all App Store sales goes towards funding the highly curated customer experience. User trust is at the heart of why we created the App Store, and we have only deepened that commitment in the years since, Apple spokesperson Fred Sines said. Study after study has shown that the App Store is the most secure app marketplace in the world, and we are constantly working to uphold that standard and strengthen the App Store's safeguards. When criminals defraud our users, we take swift action against these actors and work to prevent similar violations in the future. The ability of apps to morph into something completely different after being approved by the App Store raises concerns about the effectiveness of Apple's review process in preventing scammers. Apple would not say how frequently these scams appear or how frequently they are removed. However, it did state that it removed 6,500 apps due to hidden or undocumented features last year. Apple promotes user safety as a defense against accusations from lawmakers, regulators, and competitors that the company abuses its monopoly on app distribution on iPhones. Apple frequently pushes myths about user privacy and security as a shield against its anti-competitive App Store practices, said Megan DiMuzio, executive director of the Coalition for App Fairness, a group formed to challenge Apple's control over its App Store. The truth is that Apple's security standards are applied inconsistently across apps and are only enforced when it benefits Apple. Apple acknowledged that there have been other cryptocurrency scams on the App Store, but declined to say how many there have been. Apple refused to explain why, when fake Trezor apps were previously discovered in the App Store, new apps labeled Trezor were not flagged as potentially fraudulent. Since October 2019, CoinFirm, a UK-based company that specializes in cryptocurrency regulations and fraud investigations, has received over 7,000 inquiries about stolen crypto assets. Fake apps in Google's Android Play Store and Apple's App Store are common, according to the company's chief information officer, Pavel Alexander. According to CoinFirm, 5 people have reported having their cryptocurrency stolen by the fake Trezor app on iOS, totaling $1.6 million in losses. 3 reports of fake Trezor apps on Android that stole a total of $600,000 in cryptocurrency have been made. Apple refused to identify the developer of the bogus Trezor app or provide contact information for the developer. Apple refused to say whether it had turned over the developer's name to law enforcement or whether it had conducted additional investigations. Apple also refused to say whether that developer had previously developed other apps or had connections to other developer accounts under different names. "We don't allow apps that mislead users by impersonating another app, developer, or company," said Google spokesperson Colin Smith. "When we discover an app that violates our policies, we take appropriate action." Google did not explain how the Trezor app got into the Google Play Store. It claims to be aware of 2 fake Trezor apps that have appeared on the App Store. It got rid of both. The company did not say whether it had notified law enforcement or how many other scam apps it had discovered on the App Store. Posters on Reddit discussed one fake Trezor app, and Google stated that the developer of that app had been removed. It did not say whether it had looked into that developer. AppFigures, a data analytics firm, discovered 8 fake Trezor apps on the Google Play Store. Theft of cryptocurrency is one of the most lucrative internet scams for thieves. Millions of dollars in digital currency can be stolen in a matter of seconds, and high-profile crypto heists have netted thieves as much as $530 million, as seen in the CoinCheck hack in 2018. Apple banned crypto wallets from the App Store in 2014, but then reinstated them the following year. Apple does not permit cryptocurrency mining apps, and it imposes additional restrictions on cryptocurrency wallet apps. Cryptocurrency owners transfer their investments to hardware wallets, which are similar to USB thumb drives that store the secret and sensitive information a thief would need to steal someone's cryptocurrency. Hardware wallets connect to a computer via a USB port. The hardware wallet can be accessed and used to make transactions by entering a PIN and sometimes an additional passcode. In the absence of a hardware wallet, the data can be decrypted using a unique seed phrase. Some people keep the seed phrase in a safe deposit box, hoping they'll never have to use it, or etch it on fire-resistant metal. Phishing is a technique used by scammers to trick people into giving up their seed phrases. Trezor, based in the Czech Republic and owned by Satoshi Labs, is a well-known manufacturer of hardware wallets. Trezor does not have a mobile app, but according to those companies, crypto thieves created a fake one and placed it on Apple's App Store in January and Google Play Store in December, tricking some unsuspecting Trezor customers into entering their seed phrases. Trezor spokeswoman Kristina Mazankova said the company has been notifying Apple and Google for years about fake apps posing as Trezor products in order to defraud its customers. Trezor has no mobile app, but the company is working on one. She claims that the process of reporting the apps is painful, and that representatives from Apple and Google have not contacted her. Mazankova stated that Trezor notified Apple about a clone app on February 1st. According to Christodoulou, the app was removed by Apple on February 3rd, but it reappeared a few days later before being removed again. According to Apple, the fake Trezor app got into the App Store via a bait and switch. According to Apple, despite the fact that it was called Trezor and used the Trezor logo and colors, it represented itself as a cryptography app that would encrypt iPhone files and store passwords. The fake Trezor app's developer told Apple's review team that it is not involved in any cryptocurrency. On January 23, Apple approved the app and added it to the App Store. Unbeknownst to Apple, the Trezor cryptography app evolved into a cryptocurrency wallet sometime later. Apple does not permit these types of changes, but it does not know when they occur. According to the company, it is dependent on users and customers to report it when it occurs. Apple says it removed the app and banned the developer after Trezor reported the fake app. Another fake Trezor app appeared 2 days later. Apple also removed that app. Apple did not say how it discovered the fake apps, but it did say they were removed because they were fraudulent. According to Sensor Tower, a mobile app analytics firm, the Trezor app was available on the Apple App Store from at least January 23 to February 3 and appears to have been downloaded approximately 1,000 times. The app was downloaded approximately 1,000 times on Android, but Sensor Tower did not collect data on when it was made available. According to James Faich, a reliability engineer at a paper company who lives in Savannah, Georgia, the fake Trezor app also stole his cryptocurrency. As the prices of digital tokens rose in December, He spent his savings to buy about $14,000 worth of Ethereum and Bitcoin on Coinbase and Binance. He wanted to ensure the security of his investment, so he purchased a Trezor Model T hardware wallet and downloaded the Trezor app for his iPhone, which asked for his seed phrase. He assumed the app didn't work because it didn't connect to his Trezor wallet. He bought more Ethereum on Coinbase a few weeks later. He inserted his Trezor device, but nothing appeared. He looked for answers on Reddit's Trezor support forum. There is no Trezor app, according to a Reddit user. My jaw fell to the floor. My heart skipped a beat, he stated. I realized what I had done. Phage stated that he contacted Apple's customer service department. According to Phage, an Apple representative stated that the company was not responsible. This was a trusted app on the App Store that claimed to be the best and most trusted app store on any system anywhere, he explained. And this nefarious app is allowed to run on the platform? Apple, in my opinion, should be held partially or entirely responsible for this. Christodoulou had amassed 18.1 Bitcoin over the course of a few years. Each was worth about $5,500 at the start of the coronavirus pandemic. By October, the price had begun to skyrocket, reaching a high of $60,000 early this year. Christodoulou had hoped that his Bitcoin holdings would aid in the recovery of his dry cleaning business, which had been decimated by the pandemic. On February 1st, he wanted to be able to check his Bitcoin balance on his phone rather than a computer. So he went to the App Store, downloaded the phony Trezor app, and typed in his seed phrase. He immediately connected his Trezor hardware wallet to his computer and logged in to check his balance. It had all vanished. Christodoulou returned to the App Store later that evening to read through the reviews again. According to App Figures, the analytics firm, the Trezor app had 155 reviews on the App Store with a rating of nearly 5 stars before it was removed. When Christodoulou opened the written reviews, he found complaints from others who had been duped in the same way. He concluded that the 5-star ratings that helped the app appear legitimate had to be fake. When Christodoulou contacted Apple customer service, a representative said he would escalate the matter to a supervisor. He also stated that he notified Apple and filed a report with the FBI. An FBI spokeswoman, Lauren Hagee-Glintz, declined to comment on the report. Chainalysis, a commercial blockchain analysis firm, reviewed the documents provided by Phage and Christodoulou and confirmed that their cryptocurrency had been transferred from their wallets to a suspicious account. Both thefts appeared to be connected, according to Madeleine Kennedy, a Chainalysis spokeswoman. There is evidence that this is a significant scam bringing in hundreds of thousands of dollars, she said. Only one of Christodoulou's 18.1 Bitcoin was saved because he transferred it to BlockFi, a Bitcoin savings service. His 17.1 stolen Bitcoin were worth $600,000 at the time of the theft, but they quickly increased in value to $1 million. Christodoulou claims to be on medication and sees a psychiatrist. It shattered me. I'm still reeling from it, he stated. He has yet to hear from Apple.